All right, Sheriff Ray Nash coming to you from Puerto Aventuras in Mexico, near Cancun. And we're now into that third step, getting from stakeholdership around to third base, developing that partnership. What's the part of our trust formula we're looking at now? Accountability. Accountability has got to be mutual. It's got to be them holding us accountable to do our job, but us also having the right to hold them accountable for doing their job, because they have a role to play in this whole community policing, coactive policing initiative. And the problem here is that we love to hold people accountable for doing what we think they ought to be doing. We don't so much like other people holding us accountable. And it's got to come last in this process. We have a tendency to try to put accountability first. And you really can't do that. You have to build the relationship first. Invest some time in establishing your integrity in the eyes of the citizens, opening up those channels of communication, talking about some of the tough issues, and then getting to the point in the relationship where we hold each other mutually accountable. You can't go from first base to third base, just like you can't do that in a real ball game. You have to go around the bases in order for this to really to work well. And think about it from this perspective. Think about the Crime Watch meetings that you've been to over the years. You know, how many times we've gone to the Crime Watch meeting, everybody's all upset, there's a crime wave going on in the neighborhood or whatever, they want to get involved, they want to get engaged, we give them our little Crime Watch talk, we tell them we want them to all be nosy neighbors, and we can get them to second base. They can come away saying, you know, I really have a vested interest in this process. The police can't do it without me, I can't do it without the police. There's got to be a coactive relationship. A switch goes off in their head and they have said, now I'm in, I'm going to do what I can to help. That's that stakeholdership interest. But then think about what happens to most of those Crime Watch organizations a few months later. Pretty soon you're the only one showing up for the meetings. They've lost interest, and one of the reasons is we have failed to build accountability into the process. If you think about those Crime Watch organizations that have been successful long term, those are the ones that have learned to build accountability into it. It goes something like this. You're at the first meeting, everybody's excited. Who wants to be a block captain? I'll be the block captain. Who wants to do the phone tree? I'll do the phone tree. Who wants to schedule the next meeting? Who wants to bake the cookies for the meeting? And all these hands are going up. But then, something happens along the way, life interrupts, kids get sick, the dog throws up on the carpet, car breaks down, whatever, and we lose the priority of it. And since nobody's holding them accountable, hey, you were supposed to do the phone list, hey, you were supposed to bake the cookies, what happened? And hold them accountable. That's why it takes strong leadership. When you put these Crime Watch groups together, you have to look for a strong champion that's going to lead the way for that particular group, whether you're doing it on a small term, like in a neighborhood, on a much larger scale for your entire community. You've got to have strong leadership, you've got to have accountability built into the system, or it tends just to fizzle over time. That gets us to third base, that partnership, that working relationship, and then it is through implementing strategic problem-solving methodologies that'll get us from third base to home plate, where we accomplish the goals of our coactive initiative, building stable and secure neighborhoods, building strong and successful families. And now as we go around this process over and over again with more and more people, we will begin to see that relationship develop over time, and we can accomplish some great things and achieve the coactive goals that you set for yourself, your agency, and your community. Until next time, Sheriff Ray Nash.